Hey viewers, today I'd like to go over a little bit of tech I found at Give Me a 5 this Saturday. It's an Android box. Now, thing I've warned you about before in open box style bins is not everything might work the way it intended, and that's normally part of the reason why it's been returned or found in these dump bins in the first place. But this Android box normally retails for, on Amazon, depending on the model, like $45 or so. And I didn't do one of my golden rules. I forgot to check it. So when I got home and I plugged it in, it just didn't work. I tried using micro SD cards. I tried trying to reset it, use some online tutorials, try to hit a pin on the inside and resetting it. I even tried opening the darn thing up and trying to check and see if the port itself was damaged in some way before actually going on and checking the power supply itself. The power supply evidently is faulty, and it's actually pretty common in a lot of these Android boxes. Is the boxes are just fine, but they'll send along a really terrible power supply. Unfortunately, they come in a barrel jack style, and even more unfortunately, they don't really list anywhere on there. Typically, they'll list it right beside there, underneath it, the power requirements for these DC style jacks. Now, I did have a bit of luck. On a whim, I decided to plug it into a charging deck I had. Now, the charging deck is bit of a peculiar piece of tech, especially with the emergence of USB-C 3 type style devices, is it's not a smart charging station. It will just give you a charge and won't ask the device really what it needs, so to speak. Typically USB-C style devices, they require that smart charging so that they get the right amount of charge for the battery and they don't overload, or more to the point, can charge quickly. Otherwise, the USB-C style smart charging device, like one of these USB charging decks, will just give you that base charge of like 100 milliamps or so, just give you just enough to start charging it without really doing anything. And unfortunately, these Android-style boxes require at least around 2 amps or so. They need that full amperage enough to get up off the ground. But with the station actually powering it up and none of my other USB-C chargers giving it enough power to run, that actually indicated to me I needed a dumb charger. So what I did was, since the actual brick wasn't working, this was attached at one point, I actually spliced together a USB style cable without the data in the two middle pins. Did not give it any data. So now I have this dumb power supply, and then I actually made it come right on, even with this USB-C power charging port. So that's always something you need to look out for, and things you can test on your own. So just don't give up on a nice piece of tech just because it won't come on right off the bat. $5 is definitely worth this piece of tech, and it's honestly worth the full amounts they're going for on Amazon right now. But $5 down the bucket for something that might work is definitely worth the gamble. So keep shopping.